Are we all here? So one block along the spine, middle height, if that feels comfortable. The other block under the head. But let's start with the fingers interlaced, allowing the weight of the arms to gently pull the arms towards the floor. Let's do a couple of breaths and then change the interlace of the fingers. And then let go of the fingers. Slowly find the floor and allow the arms to rest where they touch the floor. Bring the attention to the breath, into the belly, the ribs, the chest, and then lifting it into the crown of the head. Seeing if we can get a little bit more air in. And then soften chest, the ribs, belly. Breathe into the belly. Expand the ribs, the chest, lifting into the crown of the head. And then as you breathe out, release chest, ribs, belly. Let's keep going. Especially with the exhale, softening the body onto the blocks, finding the shape in the back, the openness in the chest. Last, a long inhale, belly, the ribs, chest, into the crown of the head. Breathe out from the crown of the head, chest, ribs, belly. Then hold on to the elbows, so working a little bit more on the shoulders. Maybe the arms don't move very far beyond your head. Maybe they are resting on the head. After 3 breaths, let's swap the elbows. And then release. Extend the legs. Extend the arms by your ears. Reach with the hands, reach with the feet. And release back onto the floor. Reach in opposite directions. And release. Last time, this time, we scrunch up everything, face, shoulders, everything tight. Just pull a horrible face all scrunched up. And release. Or onto the right side. Take the block under your head, out of the way. Bring the block underneath your right hip. Shuffle the right shoulder forward. Right hand onto the knee. Extend the left leg. Reach with the left arm. And breathe. So option, stay here. Maybe we do that the first couple of breaths. And option 2 is that you find the outside of your left foot and hold. Or maybe you don't like that, you go back to where we were before. Let's take another 3 breaths here. And then release, reach back with the left hand to find the left foot, fold it under, and you gently bring the knee towards the floor. Option 1, stay here. Option 2, you bring the block to the middle height. So hopefully it's a little bit more intense on the hip flexor, psoas, quad. The right leg can stay bent or extend or hold on to the knee. See if you can really soften the left leg and the glutes onto the floor without holding or gripping in any way. And release, flatten the block, both bottoms on the block, point and flex the toes. Big circles with the ankles, maybe the hips too, and the other way. Great, let's do that on the other side. Block on underneath the left hip, shuffle the left shoulder forward, left hand onto the knees, extend the right leg, extend the right arm, twist. So we can stay here, or left hand to the outside of the right foot, and then bind. Another couple of breaths. And release. Right hand finds the right foot. And reach. Fold it under. And then whichever option you took on the other side. So flat block or middle block. Softening the glutes, softening the left leg, sorry, the right leg, well, both. Right leg in particular. Arms by your ears if you can, if you're not holding on to the knee. And release. And remove the block or rock back and forth. And we're going to do that a few times, going quite slowly so that the effort is coming from the core rather than the momentum. Pause at the top. Let's do 3 more. Can you go a little bit slower? Great. Then hold into a half Navasana or a full Navasana. I'm going to stay for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Oh no, put the feet onto the floor, hands behind you. Ideally, more or less underneath your shoulders, fingers pointing forward. You might need to readjust the hands, or maybe you need to readjust the feet. Okay, so we're going to come into a tabletop. So now you know if the feet and hands are in the right place. I'm going to stay here, lift the hips high. I'm going to stay here for 5, hips higher, 4, press into the feet, 3, 2, and 1. Come back down. We're going to do that again, but moving. So make sure, if you, like me, have got a bottom that's wider than your shoulders, that your hands are wide enough to let that bottom through. Okay, and then we'll come back. Breathe in. As you breathe out, extend the legs. Don't drop the bottom on the floor. Breathe in, come back up. Breathe out, extend. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Few more. Explore the full range so that when you're in tabletop, you really reach up with the hips. 3 more. Last one. Hold it. Lift the right leg. Lift the left leg. And drop. Okay. Good. That warmed me up. Come onto tabletop. Sorry, not tabletop. On all fours. Before we come onto all fours, actually, let's roll the shoulders back. And then let's roll the elbows back. And then the whole arms. And then just the elbows. And then just the shoulders. So we're just going back, around and forward as well. We do the forward often enough. Okay. And then let's come on to all fours. Breathe in, roll the shoulders back, look up, breathe out. Tap the tailbone, look at your belly button. Breathe in, look up. Breathe out, spread the shoulders, press into the mat. Again, explore the full range of motion. Last one, breathe in. And breathe out. Come to neutral. Let's do the hips. So we're going to go big circle one way. And the other way. And come back to stillness. Let's do the shoulders. So drop, left, lift, right. I'll go in one direction. And then the other direction. Right, lift, left, drop. Okay, and now we put the two together, hips and shoulders, exploring which way the body feels like it wants to move, and it might not be following the circles that we've just done. It might look completely different. Great. And then come back to stillness. Walk the feet further back and drop down, belly on the mat. And we're going to work the back of the body a little bit. So we're going to have the arms wide, and we're going to lift and come back down. Lift and come back down. Bring the shoulder blades together as you lift. Press into the pubic bone. Core engaged. Press into your toes. And then pause, rest, look at your right hand. Okay, let's come back to center. This time we're going to have the arms in front of us, so stretch that onto the floor. We're going to lift them, and then imagine that you're pulling something. You're going to bring the elbows together and then extend the arms again. Elbows together, extend the arms, all the way chest off the floor. Two more. And then release. Look at your left hand. Okay, come back. We're going to, you need a little bit more space. I'm just going to shuffle slightly. Arms wide on the floor in a T. The hands are not moving, just the feet are moving. So we're going to reach I'm going to reach one foot towards the opposite hand and keep going, alternating right and left. Keep the hands still, reach with the feet. Let's do two more on each side. Maybe after a while, your feet do touch the hand. The last one. Okay. The rest, we're going to stay here. We're going to roll onto the left side. The hands stay there, so it will not move the left arm. Okay, so we're just onto the left side, left arm underneath us and behind us. Either stay or the right foot comes onto the floor. Release. Let's do on the other side. Right arm stretched out. Come onto the right side. Left foot onto the floor. And come back. Find the blocks. Make sure that when they are flat, they are the same level, same height. Okay, so when you've got two blocks that hopefully are the same, you put them at the front of the mat. And then we're going to turn around so you're facing the opposite way. We'll put the hands onto the blocks, fingers holding onto the blocks. And we're going to do some tricep dips. So we're going to drop the bottom and lift up. And we're going to do that 10 times. Your feet can be closer or further away. Further away is a bit hard. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Drop down, turn around, and we're going to stretch that now. So bring the elbows onto the blocks. Enough space between them to put your head through. Hands in prayer. Forehead ends up, hopefully, somewhere near the floor. And then you can bring the elbows a little bit closer once the head has gone through. Either stay there with your hands or start bringing them a little bit closer to your spine. Slowly exhaling, noticing the length in the triceps, the sides, the openness in the shoulders. You might feel quite tender, really not used to opening the shoulders so much. We don't do anything in our day that resembles this. Great, and release. Let's put, just maybe, in case, one block at the front of the mat and one at the back of the mat. I'm not sure if we're going to need them, but just in case, so that you've got them there. And let's find a down dog. Let's notice how the down dog feels now that we've already opened up and strengthened the shoulders, or I should say strengthened and stretched the shoulders. See if it feels any different than your usual first dog of the day. Breathe in, look forward, breathe out, walk the feet all the way to the front. Breathe in, breathe out, fold. Breathe in halfway, breathe out, ankle the back all the way up, roll the shoulders back. Breathe in up and breathe out back, and then come to Samasthiti. Breathe in, reach up. Let's do Surya Jaya. Breathe out, fold, hands onto the floor. Breathe in, lengthen. Breathe out, left leg back. Breathe in, crescent. Breathe out, left hand onto the floor. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out, fold. Give your knee a kiss. Breathe in, left rising. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in, lengthening the crown of the head. Breathe out, right foot back. Breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe in. Breathe out, kiss. Breathe in, right rises. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out, anchor all the way up. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, reach back. Breathe in, Samasthiti. We're going to add the vinyasa in that, and I am decapitated. And I'm going to show you, because I want to speed it up slightly from what we've been doing. So what we've been doing is So it's a crescent lunge, a right hand, extend, fold, and then we've taken one breath here. So instead of taking just one breath here, we're going to inhale, and as we inhale, we take the left up. Okay, as we exhale, we come into Chaturanga. Breathe in, up dog. Breathe out, down dog. Inhale, and we step that back. Okay? So it's just one less breath. It all makes sense when we do it. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in, length. Breathe out, left leg back, square the hips. Breathe in, crescent. Breathe out, left hand onto the floor. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in slightly forward and up into one-legged dog. Breathe out, Chaturanga. Breathe in, up dog. Breathe out, down dog. Breathe in, rise. Breathe out, step the foot through, extend the leg, here we are. Breathe in, left leg rising. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in halfway. Breathe out. Let the right leg back. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, right hand onto the floor. Breathe in, extend. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in slightly forward. And then one-legged dog. Breathe out, Chaturanga. Breathe in, up dog. Breathe out, down dog. Breathe in, left leg up. Breathe out, step it forward, extend. Breathe in, the right rises. Breathe out, fold. Breathe in halfway. Breathe out, anchor all the way up. Roll the shoulders back. Breathe in, reach up. Breathe out, reach back. Breathe in, Samasthiti. Great. Left foot behind the right. Make a banana shape. Reach up. And then reach to the side, right side. Maybe use the hand to hold onto the wrist or to hold onto the elbow. And release the right hand to the outside of the left foot. Look behind you if you can. Relax the shoulders. Soften the breath. Breathe in. Bring the foot into the Triphala into Vipassana. Soften the shoulders, hands in prayer. With your hands, do whatever feels nice here. Keep them in prayer. Reach up. Or maybe close our eyes. Keep the hands here. Close your eyes. See what you have to do. You know, nothing changes. We're still in a simple, familiar tree. And we're all quite balanced here. What happens when we close our eyes? We need to engage the core a little bit more. We need to become more grounded into the right foot. It's quite fun to notice. Nothing changes yet. with letting go of our reliance to an external point of reference. Let's try again. Oh, great. Reach back, find your foot, knees together, hips forward, shoulders back. Can we bring the elbows a little bit closer to each other? And then release the right hand. It was a good idea to put the block there so we can hold on to the block and find a nice open bind here. And maybe you could try and hold on to the foot the other way, as we do when we're doing dancer, holding on to the inside or holding on to the outside. See what happens for your shoulder when you do that. Which one you prefer. Then release the foot. Let go of the block. Come into a half moon. Scoop the right hip under. Bend the right knee slightly and step back into warrior two. Open the shoulders, open the chest. Breathe in as you breathe out, side angle. Reach back with your hand, with your left hand, find on the upper thigh, hold on to that, roll the shoulder back, and look up if it's not too much on your neck, or let the neck drop towards your ear. In fact, let's all do that when we get a stretch in the neck. Can you extend the right leg without letting go of the bind and coming to a bound Trikonasana? Hips forward, shoulders back. Neck is still reaching towards your right shoulder. Breathe in as you breathe out. Reverse the warrior. Release the neck. Bring the feet parallel to each other. Breathe in, interlace the fingers. Notice which little finger is under. Breathe in, roll the shoulders back. Breathe out, fold. Roll a little bit further if you can. Last couple of breaths, lift the kneecaps high towards the hips. And release the hands. Breathe in. As you breathe out, come into Skandasana. Maybe the heel doesn't touch the floor. Maybe you can use the block. Don't want this to be too much effort into finding the floor. I would like the stretch to be in the right leg more than the balance. Stay a couple more breaths, flexing the right foot towards you, lifting into the crown of the head. And then come back towards the center of the mat. Extend the right leg, come into pyramid. You can bring the left hand to the outside of the right foot. Just hang in there. And then bend, bring the hand back, bend both knees, drop the left knee onto the floor, and reach up with the right arm. You can stay here or find the foot. Roll the shoulder back. Maybe use the left foot to gently pull the right shoulder open. Lovely. Can you find a little bit more of a back bend? And drop the hip a little bit more. And release. Let's come back to pyramid. Square the hips. We want the feet a little bit closer together. Enough that we can engage the core, come up with the legs in pyramid. Whichever little finger was under, keep that finger to your side and bring the other arm behind you for the hands to meet. And then hands in prayer, swing the prayer up the spine, flat prayer, breathe in as you breathe out, fold. Press the left heel into the floor, the right hip back, left forward, press the palms towards each other, soften the shoulders. Let's stay for another really long breath in and out. Bend the right knee, keep the hands there. Stretch the calf, keep the heel onto the floor, press the heel into the floor. And then bring the left foot to meet the right. Let's take a couple of breaths here. With hands still in prayer behind you. Breathe in, big sigh out. Breathe in. And then release the hands. And we'll do the other side. Notice how the shoulders feel. Maybe give them a shake. In between the two sides, let's go from side to side. Hands quite soft and fluffy. No need to speed up. Whatever pace feels nice. And then nobody's watching. Just give a little dance with your shoulders, your hips. And then come back as if nothing happened. Okay, right foot behind. Reach up with the arms. Reach towards the left. The right hand, wrist or elbow. Hold on to it. And release. Left hand to the outside of the right foot. Shoulders soft, smile. Find the breath. Looking good. Looks like my screen has frozen. Everyone is so grounded and still. And then let's come into Vipassana. Let's play again with closing the eyes. Start with the core. Engage the core, engage the pelvic floor, and then close your eyes. Spread the toes, soften the shoulders. If it doesn't happen today, it's okay. I've done this for a long time. Great. Find the foot, quad stretch, knees together, hips forward, shoulders back, and elbows together. Well, close to each other. Release. Find the block. Explore the back bend and the bind. Which way do you want to fold? How does it feel on the shoulder? And then release. Let go of the block. Half moon, scoop the hip under. Engage the core. Bend the left knee. Slowly find warrior two. Settle in how familiar and yet not warrior two feels, because we don't do it so often anymore. Roll the shoulders back, and then the front leg a little bit more. Breathe in as you breathe out, side angle. Lovely sunshine now. Hips forward, shoulders back. Find the little back bend. And then reach back with the right arm. Find the top of the thigh and drop the ear towards the shoulder. Extend the left leg. No, stay there. Everything exactly the same. Hips forward. Breathe in. As you breathe out, release into a reverse warrior. Release the neck. And come back to center, feet parallel. Interlace the fingers with the other little finger under. Breathe in and breathe out, fold. And release the hands onto the floor. Skandasana on the right foot. Find the block, put it underneath the foot so that you can give a nice stretch to the left leg. Release with the block. Walk to the front of the mat for pyramid. Maybe you need to adjust the feet. Maybe you're happy exactly where you landed. Bend both knees. Right knee onto the floor. Reach up with the left arm. Option is to stay there or bind. And if we bind, even though I can't see you, I remind you, hips down, open up the back into a gentle back bend, shoulders back, hips forward. Use the foot to gently pull the left shoulder open. And release. Come back to pyramid with a slightly shorter stance. Engage the core, ground the feet so that you can come up. The hand with the little finger under goes to the side. The other one goes behind you, and they meet in prayer and swing the prayer up the spine. Press the palms together. Square the hips. Breathe in. As you breathe out, hold. Left hip back, and right forward. Engage the core and the pelvic floor. Press the palms together, shoulders back. Bend the left knee and press the heel, the right heel into the floor for a nice stretch in the calf. Breathe in. As you breathe out, step the feet together, hip width apart, come up. 2 big breaths in. And sigh out. In. Release the hands. Give the arms a shake, the legs a shake, another little party. And then roll the shoulders back. So come back to that. Shoulders, elbows, arms, and then one arm forward, one arm back, and then swap. Bit of thinking. Great. And let's come and sit down if you need a jump up. Let's have, my belt has disappeared, so let's not have the belt. I forgot we're using the wheel. So before we get on the wheel, fold the mat or have something for your knees. So we've done a lot for the shoulders, opening the back. We're going to either have the hands in our pocket, shoulders back, elbows towards each other, or hands, fingers pointing up, whichever feels easier, nicer for you. Hips forward, shoulders back. And release. Tuck the toes under. We're going to move from side to side. The right hand onto the right heel, left reaches back and alternate. Breathe in as you come up, out and do back bend. 2 more on each side. And release. Pause, sit down, take a couple of breaths, eyes closed, sitting down, noticing that sensation in the head and in the back. We're going to take the wheel, and everyone is going to do what they feel they need. If you need to open up the hips, you want the wheel closer to the hips, and whatever you want the openness to be, you put the wheel back there. So if you want the hips to open up a little bit more, you keep the wheel there, middle back, put the wheel on the middle back, or upper back, you hold on to the wheel and roll. Okay, so, or maybe just explore and keep moving, whichever works for you this morning. We're going to stay about a minute. And when you're ready, undo whatever you're doing. Come up. Move the wheel out of the way. Socks on if you need them. So we're going to move towards cooling down. We're going to stretch the back of the legs. We've done that bit already. Well, in fact, we don't really need to, but it feels nice. So we're going to stretch the back of the legs. But we want to keep the back bent. So maybe we could have the wheel at the bottom of the feet, and we're holding on to the wheel and reaching past the wheel. Let's try 5 and put the feet inside the wheel and reach. So bring the belly button, then you bring the chest towards the floor, towards the legs. Keep the shoulders back, keep the slight back bend. And release. Let's lie down. Cross the right leg on top of the left, hips to the right, and twist towards, no, sorry, what did I do? So cross the right on top of the left, hips to the right, knees to the left, and then twist towards the right. Breathe. Maybe start slowing and lengthening the breath, making the body and the legs heavy. And release the legs, come back to center, take a breath in a neutral spine. And then left on top of the right, hips to the left, knees to the right, twist towards the left. And do the legs. Come back to center. Fold the left leg and put the left ankle just below the right knee. Press the left leg away and bring the right leg towards you. If you want to extend the right leg a little bit to find the best stretch in the left glute. Release the hands. The right hand holds on to the left ankle, which should just be there, and then find the right foot with the left hand. And while you're bringing the feet towards you, your feet are pushing to and reaching towards the ceiling. So they're moving in opposite direction as the one you're trying to take them. Keep your lower back glued to the floor. Hopefully we feel it in the glutes. And swap. Bend the right leg, right ankle below the left knee. Press the right leg away, bring the left towards you, extend the left leg to the point that feels the best. And then release left hand onto the right foot. Find the left foot with the right hand. And then while you press the feet in, they are pushing away from you. So it's what we would be doing sitting down to stretch the glutes. Make sure your lower back is on the floor, spine is long. And release. Lovely. Take one block. For the one block, the middle height, no, not the middle height, sorry, flat along the spine. And we'll come back to where we were at the beginning, just a little bit easier because it's the end and we want to chill. So we're still in a back bend, opening the shoulders, maybe the feet are in Baddha Konasana. And we're going to take 3 or 4 breaths here, really starting to prepare for Shavasana. Long inhale, long exhale. Softening the breath, softening the body. And then it's really up to you. Do you want to stay here for Shavasana? Do you want to extend the legs? Do you want to take the block away? Do you want to put a bolster underneath the legs? Whatever feels right, choose that option. Keep the breath nice and long. Allowing the breath, the body, the mind to find a place that is quiet and still and at peace. Where everything is well and just as it's meant to be. Oh, Hari, Hari, oh, oh, Hari, Hari, oh, Om Gaganesha, Om Gaganesha, Om Gaganesha. Allow yourself to enjoy the stillness if you can. Pause it a little bit longer. Or if you need to start moving, start slowly, slowly. Toes, fingers, hands, feet. Namaste, Om Shanti, Shanti, Om. Thank you for practicing this morning. Enjoy the lovely sunshine outside. And I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. Bye.